So would you believe me if I said I've had this knife for over half a year and I have still not unboxed it? If not, I'm going to put a screenshot up over here of the order. I bought it back in June. It is now June of 2022. It is now January of 2023. We have the Kizer Cormorant. This one is the black and white G10. I don't even remember which variant I got. I think it's the black with the white stripes. I might have even gotten my Carta version at the same time, which might come later. I have these, what is this? Trying to think. Father's Day sale. I'm still unboxing stuff from there. I've been kind of MIA for a bit on the channel, dealing with some health stuff here and there. And, you know, some days that I feel good, I'll come back on and unbox. So today we're unboxing, as I said, the Kizer Cormorant. I am super excited about this. People rave about it being that fun, fidgety knife, front flipper, normal flipper, button lock. We're going to see. We got this nice double open packaging that Kizer has been using. This knife comes in, I think the blade is just shy of 3.3. I think it's 3.2 something. Let's see, we got some extra hardware. I'm excited to check this out. Ooh, look at that. It is the one with the white stripes. All right, let's see. I do have a few other button locks right here that you can't see just yet that I'm going to bring on screen in a second after we kind of look at this up close. So I'll be right back. Let me put this away. All right. So this guy comes in with S35VN. It is, as you can see, a button lock, which doesn't stick out as far as the other Kizers. It might. Civivi, CJRB, they do a good job of keeping it inward. I'm going to pull it out just to show you. Check out that CJRB, the Pyrite. See how in that is? And this is not that bad. But I will show you a Kizer that is bad. Look at the Hic-Cup. Do you see that crazy button? All right, we're going to bring these back in a second. We're going to check this out. This is G10. It is the first Kizer that I've gone with this black and white pattern. They have had this on some other knives as well. I didn't know how I would feel about it, but I don't mind it. It looks good. Is the white gonna stay white? I highly doubt it. If you pocket this, I'm assuming this white is gonna turn colors. I have a gray, light gray Elementum G10, and I would start getting blue on it from my jeans. So I don't know how long this guy's gonna stay looking fresh like this in this little tuxedo finish, but it looks all right now. It's a love it or hate it. And at first I didn't like it. I didn't necessarily hate it, so maybe it's not love or hate. There's a little in between. They have different patterns here. Okay, now that I just touched that, these are definitely pretty sharp. Like, yeah, they're not sharp as in they're gonna cut you, but they're gonna offer a good amount of traction. Like I said, S35VN blade, pretty, it's not super thin. But for a button lock, it could have maybe been thinner. Deep carry pocket clip, completely recessed, which is great. I'm excited. Let's flip it. We're gonna go this way first. You can see how like rounded off it, or not rounded, how square, I mean. It's like completely square. So it's almost like you look at this, you're like, oh, there's no thought put into it. But you know what? I'm sure it works. You have access to this. You have this. It's a funky design. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely a funky design. Let's see. Enough talking. Ooh, okay. First thing I noticed is that button pops the hell out. Now we're back to the Hic-Cup level. That thing popped out really far. I just felt it on my finger because my finger was kind of right next to it. And it literally pushed my thumb out. Other than that, it feels good in the hand. I'm holding it back more. Pocket clip is there, but not necessarily causing any crazy hot spots. Check out that blade. Got that S35VN over there. That's nice. It's definitely unique. Looks like a bird. Is it just me? Or can you like a bird beak almost? Let's see how it drops. Ooh. That is nice. See, I'm afraid because that button, my thumb kind of naturally sits right next to it. And you just kind of feel it. But it's not bad. Let's go reverse flick. Ah, that is nice. Slow roll. That's what I like about knives like this. You can do a slow roll, put it away. You could, all different ways. You're definitely not going to want to do this all the time. And it's definitely not a push. You push, you're going to start feeling pain on your finger there. It's definitely a straight pull down type of deal. You can kind of do an in between, but you're going to start feeling it. Front flip, that's where I might not be the best at it. I'm pretty good at front flipping, but I don't know about this guy. Actually, I can already tell it feels pretty good. I'm a little afraid that that might hit my hand and block me from front flipping it. Let's see. Yeah. Huh. Am I just doing this completely wrong? Okay, that is weird. That was super slow. That is really weird. Front flipper. Do I need to like... Huh. I'm trying to understand. I could front flip a knife pretty damn good, but this one, I feel like I got to see how other people do it. Now I just feel like a moron over here. I caught it before I did it because I'm like, if I front flip it, that's going to hit my hand. Yeah, it's not going to open. Huh. If I hold it like... Okay, well, I can gladly say I have no clue how to front flip a Kizer Cormorant, but normal flipping feels great. Reverse flipping, flicking, whatever, regular opening. Can you thumb flick? I'm sure you can. Yeah. Let's go back to the ergonomics. So you definitely sit further back if you use this as your grip. I have smaller hands, and it's a little on the uncomfortable side. I feel like I want to slip off. I'm sure if you're actually using the knife and digging into something, it's going to feel more comfortable. But just gripping it like this, you have this nice ramp. But the ramp also means it's pushing your hand off the back of the handle, basically. And it's already kind of slipping off. And this is pretty smooth on the edges. Choking up here, well, that's a different story. It's not very comfortable, but you definitely, if you're using a ramp, that is, it's there. You're just in an awkward spot for me. If you're just hammering down like this, that feels totally fine. Got to be careful with the button though, because your bone or knuckle could accidentally press that. Back here, if you grip it like this, again, feels pretty good. I can see why people like this knife. For an EDC knife, this is gonna do its job and be super fun. I like just a pull down opening like that. And spidey flicking and slow rolling. Those are the ways I would do it. I have no clue. I can't even do this. I'm trying to put leverage into it. It doesn't matter. It hits my hand. This I was able to do. Yeah, that's a little awkward too. But I don't know. It's nice. It's actually a really fun knife. Let's see how the lockup is on this. That is rock solid. 0. What do we got over here? Cormorant. I'm assuming that's the logo. Forget his name. He goes by a couple different things. He's got like a weird, funny something name. Is it Dr. EDC? I think it's Dr. EDC. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong person. I think he's the designer of this. Like I said, the pocket clip is nice. It's not in the way. It's deep carry. I'm a little annoyed that I have no clue how to front flip it. It's got nice acoustics to it. You hear that? Not bad. Reminds me of the Kizer Hic-Cup, which now that we're here, let's bring in some other ones. Kizer Cormorant. Kizer Hic-Cup. Oh, okay. First thing I can notice, the detent, or whatever acts as the detent on this, definitely seems a little bit stronger. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe not. Ooh, okay. You know what? After going back and forth between these two, I'm liking this a lot better than the Hic-Cup now. just from the overall feel. I put these thumb studs on because I was doing a comparison with, what was it? I don't even remember what knife it was, but I was doing a comparison with button locks, and it had a thumb stud on it. I'll put a link up here if I can even remember what video it was. So I put it on for the comparison of having thumb stud actuated. I think it was a CJRB Pyrite, which I did a comparison, so I left this on. But wow, this guy, weight? I don't know. I'm assuming it's a lot lighter, but it just feels so much better. Opening and closing just feels amazing on this. See, sometimes you have to pick up another knife to see how great the one you're holding is. Like, it might not hit you right away, and then you go to something else and you're like, ooh, that is next level. Because this knife is not bad by any means. It's actually really nice. But then you go to this and you're like, okay, that's next level over there. So let's see, we got Cormorant, we got the Hic-Cup, we got the Altus. This guy rockets. There's just something about the way this guy, he rockets out. I got a link up here. You could check it out. I literally think I said it rockets out or something in the title or in the picture. And then the recent one, which I already linked up somewhere, CJRB Pyrite. This button lock probably has the strongest D10, whatever acts as the D10 as any button lock that I have had. I don't have a ton, but I have a decent amount. Takes a little bit of a while to get used to, but once you do, it's almost impossible to fail. And you know what? This button, I don't like how the button protrudes so much. You see this? Closed? Doesn't stick out that much. Open still does not stick out that much. This guy, on the other hand, I got too many knives over here now. Just check it out. Do you see how much that thing sticks out? That is the one thing with Kizer. I don't know why they can't get that right. Other than that, it's a freaking great knife. I'm going to put some specs, so let me just kind of lay this down for you. And we're just going to put a little bit of specs on screen above each one of these as button locks that are fairly similar in size. Price and materials are probably all over the place. Nitro V, I forget you, ARR PM9, S35, G10, G10, Richlight, Micarta, whatever. Again, you can pause it if you want to get even more into it, but we're going to wrap this up real quick. All right, real quick, a cut test. And this is the only paper I could find without wasting more time. So let's see how this S35 VN is sharpened up. Ooh. That is nice. I love the way this thing drops. Like I said, sometimes you gotta hold another button lock or just another knife in general to understand how nice it is. And that is exactly what this one was for me. I love the reverse flick. I love the normal flip or whatever you want to call. And I love the slow roll. It's smooth. It's extremely smooth. I got an alarm going off. Let me shut that off. Sorry. So it's extremely smooth no matter which way you open it. It's got zero blade play. That's what I love. These are some of the pros. The action on it is phenomenal, even though I am a total failure at front. Yeah, I can. It hits my skin there. It hits my entire finger. If you're supposed to do it without this finger there, well, wouldn't you look at that? At the end of the video, I finally get it. Honestly, I'll never even try that again. There's no point for me. The action is phenomenal for a button lock. Ergos are decent. I think the more I use it and get a feel for it, it's going to get better. The looks are going to be subjective. They make it in Micarta and other versions too. I would probably go for that. This guy would just be afraid he's going to get really dirty. The white. The button. Kizer, do something about your buttons. They don't have to stick out that far, especially when it's open. When it's closed, this one's not that bad. The Kizer Hic-Cup is like this when it's closed, and it's really bad. But this guy, the button, I'm getting used to it already. I'm keeping my finger out of the way. I like it. I really, really do. the action is just phenomenal on it. Phenomenal. About to drop it. All right, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, comment below. Let me know if you've handled a Cormorant, which color variation you enjoy the most. We're going to have a giveaway coming up in the future for this guy right there. Do you see this? This is the Kizer, since we're talking about Kizers, Sheepdog Titanium. I'll have a video right after this you'll probably see on screen talking about that a little bit more in depth. We're going to wait until we get over 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe if you're interested in more. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.